Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Where's the tap? 19! Hey, watch the slant! Watch the slant! In the car! Shift!
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, switch! 54th Mike. Check. Watch 50. Right here. Check 52. Check. Crunch.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Keep 15. I got 2. We got 3.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 24. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Yellow. Argolon, 80. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, 43. 46. Hey, 57. Nice hit.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, boy. You got to be ready.
Throwing again is Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Back. 54. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Good move by Duke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
Under 10.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Texans.
Good set. 19. 54. Line 54. I got it. Bang, 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 bang.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Good set. Alert. 19. 54. 54. Man, I got you. Quick down. 24.
From the 16, Watson. And Thomas has it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Watson looks to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's get it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34.
43, 15.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Attack!
They go play fake. Mahomes. Got his man. It's Williams. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Easy.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Switch. Hey, 57. Hey, 57.
Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard. But it's a first down.
And our Kansas City Chiefs, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
Singles. Yellow. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Yellow. I'm going 80. Hey, 15. Hero, 15. Let's go. You tight. 80.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, his throw incomplete. Batting that one free defensively was Lonnie Johnson. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They go back to the ground with Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 6. He needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And this would be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth.
Yellow.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Man left. We got 4.
On the ground, this is Williams. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
26 yards. Complete to Sammy Watkins. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Yellow. There's a wire, right?
Watch the backer.
Undercrush. Yellow.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Cole Wick, his first touchdown of the new season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go one more. Slip.
Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First down, Houston.
Set. 18.
59. I got one. Check three.
59.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
24.
Here's Watson. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dthed Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They begin the drive with Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, son. Hey, 43.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Mickens to return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Okafor able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw again on second down. Mahomes, it's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
And again, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Let's go! Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
You don't want none of that. Get in. Pick up the ball.
Hey, rip blitz.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
15.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come to my work. At 55. At 55. At 54. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Line up.
From the end zone, Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Second and 5 at the 7-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 26-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Use the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. Yellow. Watch out.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, we got four. We got four down. Four down. Watch the shift.
15.
Watch the shift.
Yellow, yellow.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You can't block me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him A yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Reset. 19. We got 19.
Go. 44, Mike, 44.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Rush in. 54.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Stick guy. Check stick on the floor. On 3. Motion.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Johnson, and an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it's just... It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive.
Attack!
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Yellow. Arms go wide, 80.
That QB's trash.
Hey, 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
57 colors.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
16-yard line.
Wide right. There's a wide right. 43. 43.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Squeeze, double.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Next to score, Chiefs 22, Texans 20. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
I got you. Out.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you, son. You're all mine.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Just like that. Hey, watch it.
Hey, 31.
A give to Michelle running right. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 31, Mahomes, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Hey, guys, I got it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Come back.
They run it again with Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards. That time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 27-yard attempt.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Tighten up.
Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete to Williams. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mike.
Yellow, yellow. White.
Double time, double
15, 15.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
The busy night continues for Williams. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 34-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards. They'll look to throw. Open man is QT, complete. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Where's that? 18. Right 58, right there. Drop deep, drop deep. Hatch it. 26. Let's go.
Back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Easy. It's a party now. It's a party now. Go to the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike 38. Mike 38. Mike 38. If you don't get this one.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mahomes to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
To throw is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. All right. 43, 43.
Back to throw. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They were moving the ball well early in the drive, but now it's 4th down. 3 straight incompletions all of a sudden could be their final play.
And with that type of pressure, how are they going to handle it? What do you call in this situation? Personally, I got to get the ball to my best player with the play he likes to run best.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Batted away by the rookie out of Kentucky, Lonnie Johnson.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Houston, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.